Let's find out, why is Easter such a big celebration for Christians? It's a story of hope, love, and the greatest miracle in history. Easter is one of the most important holidays for Christians all over the world. But why do they celebrate it? Easter is the celebration of the resurrection of Jesus Christ. It is a time of joy, hope, and renewal, because they believe that Jesus rose from the dead after being crucified. Let's take a closer look at the story behind Easter and why it means so much to Christians. The Easter story starts with an event called the Last Supper. Jesus gathered with his 12 disciples to share a meal. This was not just any meal, it was the Passover meal, a very special time for Jewish people. During this meal, Jesus told his disciples something shocking. He would soon be arrested and killed. But he also said something amazing. He told them he would rise from the dead 3 days later. Not long after the Last Supper, Jesus was arrested by the Roman soldiers. He was accused of claiming to be the King of the Jews, which made the leaders angry. Jesus was sentenced to be crucified, which means he was nailed to a wooden cross and left to die. Christians believe that Jesus' death was not an accident. They believe he died to take the punishment for the sins of all people. His love for humanity was so great that he gave his life to save them. 3 days after Jesus was crucified, something incredible happened. Early on Sunday morning, some women went to the tomb where Jesus was buried, but the tomb was empty. An angel appeared and told them that Jesus had risen from the dead, just as he said he would. This event is called the Resurrection, and it is the most important part of the Easter story. Christians believe that Jesus' resurrection proves that death has been defeated. For Christians, the resurrection of Jesus means that death is not the end. They believe that because Jesus rose from the dead, they too can have eternal life if they believe in him. Easter is a time when Christians celebrate this hope of eternal life. It's a reminder that no matter how dark things might seem, there is always hope in God's love. Easter is not just about the religious celebration. There are many fun traditions too. Have you ever wondered why people talk about Easter eggs and bunnies? The egg is a symbol of new life, just like the new life Jesus had after his resurrection. The bunny is a symbol of spring and new beginnings. These symbols remind Christians of the new life and hope that Easter brings. Before the joy of Easter Sunday comes the sadness of Good Friday. Good Friday is the day Christians remember Jesus' death on the cross. It is called good because, even though it was a sad day, Christians believe that Jesus' death was good for humanity. It was the day he showed his love by giving his life for everyone. Between Good Friday and Easter Sunday is Holy Saturday. This is a day of quiet reflection for Christians, a day to remember that Jesus lay in the tomb and his followers waited, hoping for the promise that he would rise again. Easter Sunday is the happiest day for Christians. It's a day to celebrate Jesus' victory over death and the hope of eternal life. Churches are filled with songs, prayers, and joy as people remember the miracle of the resurrection. Many families also gather together to share meals and give thanks for the hope and love that Easter represents. Easter is celebrated in many different ways around the world. In some countries, people hold processions through the streets to remember Jesus' journey to the cross. In other places, people light candles and say prayers in churches. No matter where they are, Christians around the world come together to celebrate the hope and love of Easter. One of the main messages of Easter is forgiveness. Christians believe that through Jesus' death and resurrection, God forgave the sins of the world. Because of this, they are also called to forgive others. Easter is a time to let go of anger and hurt and to show kindness and forgiveness, just as Jesus did. So why does Easter still matter today? For Christians, it is more than just a holiday. It's a reminder that God's love is stronger than death. It is a celebration of life, forgiveness, and the hope of eternal life. Whether it's through prayers, songs, or even Easter eggs, the message of Easter is clear: love, hope, and new beginnings. Easter is a time of joy, love, and hope. It's a celebration of the most important event in Christian faith. the resurrection of Jesus Christ. For Christians, Easter is a reminder that no matter how dark things seem, there is always light, and no matter how hard life gets, there is always hope in God's love.